I'm Alison, the online piano tutor again. I just recently did a video about the sustain pedal, the right hand pedal on the piano. So I've had a few requests on if people want to know how to use that pedal. But the thought actually occurred to me that I thought I might do another video, another very quick video on the other two pedals that you've got as well, in case any of you are thinking, what on earth do those two do? How can I use them, etc, etc. So some of you may have them on the piano and just thought, what do they do, but perhaps can't get them to work or don't know how they work. So I'll very quickly show you that now. Okay, so again, please excuse the awkward angle for the camera. I'm just trying to get my feet in shot of the camera and trying to get my hands in shot on the piano keys as well. So basically, you've got three pedals. Like I said, the right pedal was the sustain pedal, which sustains the note. You would generally use your right foot for this one. The one in the middle is your sostenuto pedal. I'll explain in a second. And the one on the left is called an una corda pedal. So it's, or in other words, your soft pedal. So basically, if I just went over quickly the soft pedal, what that does is just dampen the sound a little bit. It just softens the sound. Now it's a different action because I've actually got a clavinova piano, so it's slightly, obviously it's digital, so it's going to work slightly different to an acoustic piano. But if you had an acoustic piano, basically when the hammer comes down and hits the strings when you strike a note, sort of a piece of cloth, if you want for a better word, comes in front of the strings, so it comes between the hammer and between the strings and just dampens the sound a little bit. So imagine if you were hitting a hammer to a nail and you put a cloth on the head of the nail, I suppose it would dampen the sound if it was going to make any noise. So it's a similar sort of action to that. Obviously this is all digital, so it's done slightly different. I don't know if you'll be able to hear any difference on this on this camera, but let me just see if I can play something for you. So this is without the pedal. I'm going to put the pedal down and try and do the same thing again. I don't know if you can hear that, but it has a slightly sort of, I suppose, dampened, muted sound. So let me do 3 chords without the pedal, and then I'll do 3 chords again with the pedal and see if you can hear the difference. Slightly muted. It's only going to be very subtle. It's not as if it completely turns the volume down. If you do have acoustic piano, sometimes this can be, you can actually hear the dampening effect even more, but obviously it's a digital piano, so it's not going to be quite the same as an acoustic, as I said, and all acoustic pianos are slightly different. Okay, so I'm going to try and demonstrate to you now what the sostenuto pedal is going to do. Now what it does basically is ideally for sustaining bass notes. So you would play a bass note, for example. I'm playing an octave here. I'd put my sostenuto, which is the middle pedal, down, let go, and it sustains the notes. But not forgetting, I'm also free to use the sustain pedal with my right foot at the same time if I want to. So I could use the effect if I wanted to hold a note down here, whilst I was doing lots of things up here, whilst also changing the sustain pedal with my right foot. I don't know if you can see that going up and down or not. So it might be used something like this. Okay, so I'm hoping that you saw that. This has just been a very difficult one to film because I don't have anybody to help me. I've got a camera sitting on a tripod behind me, or in front of me even. And I'm trying to show my foot and I'm playing at the same time. So anyway, I hope you guys saw that. Again, you might have to ask a few questions, but do leave any questions in the comment box underneath. I'll try and get back to you and help you as much as possible. So thanks for watching, and please check out my other videos.